fast forward to family of two, moved to Colorado. Before that, met Didier, had all this stuff. I want to hear about those times.
Okay. Well, when I met Didier, I was actually working in the fashion industry. I was a marketing director for a clothing brand, and we were about to sell the company, and I needed to get out of LA. I was burned out. I had met Didier about 4 or 5 months prior, and he suggested that I come to Colorado. And when I met him, he had told me he was starting an import business to import wines from Morocco.
Wine, yeah, it was something else maybe. No, just joking, just wine. Yeah, it's a project that started back in 2004, but I didn't have anything back then, so I needed to start from scratch with even no knowledge of what to do really as a wine importer and where to start. So that took quite some time, but 2004 was the year it started.
Did somebody introduce that to you, or did you just kind of have a love for it and you're thinking, okay, you know what, I got an idea, I'm going to run with this?
It's exactly that. Basically, I was working in the restaurant industry in Aspen, Colorado, which is pretty known as a foodie kind of food and wine scene, and worked for a chef that was extremely talented, that did all molecular gastronomy. So from a very famous restaurant in Spain with a Moroccan twist, because he lived in Morocco for a minute. I was knowledgeable about certain Moroccan wines from my time in France, and I asked them why you don't have Moroccan wine representation for you that love so much Morocco on your menu. And he was like, nobody ever brought any to the US. And I was like, okay, that's going to be my thing. And that's just started like that.
Entrepreneurial spirit, this one.
And then you're like, okay, let's go. We're going to do this together, take a leap of faith, and we got this.
Well, when I had met him, the order was already on its way, and it was taking some time because to work with Morocco, it definitely was a labor of love and patience.
You need patience.
Because
blood, sweat, and tears.
Yep.
Yeah, they were not used to exporting to the U.S. They were working on their own time, and things were moving slowly. So Didier was getting impatient, and we were preparing to receive the wines when we lived in Colorado.
I actually asked Hallie when we met, I'm like, are you ready for the ride? For the up and downs, because the roller coaster, I'm going to really do that.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and I had no idea.
Yeah,
so it's all started from no idea.
You mentioned earlier when you got here that one of your first clients is actually just around the corner.
Here in Los Angeles,
yeah.
Yes. Providence was one of the first restaurants that picked up one of our Moroccan wines.